welcome to Poland Daily Business, and we'll talk tonight about the Polish foreign trade. It seems that it's going pretty good. Piotr Arak of Polish Economic Institute is our guest tonight, so welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening, although it's day where I'm sitting.
Right, 12 billion euro, that's Polish surplus for 2020, and it's pretty good because for the long time we had deficits.
Yeah, so Poland is becoming an export economy. So as Germany and as many of our neighbors, we're exporting more products and also services than we import. 2020 is the biggest surplus in years that we had. It's probably the historic surplus actually of our exports. What it means is that in 2020, the Polish exporters managed to adapt to the changes in the business climate. Also, the Polish currency, the Polish zloty, helped to build competitive advantage in comparison to other economies in the Eurozone of the Polish exports. And probably this change of exporting more goods and exporting more services than we import is here to stay. For the last 5 years, when the strategy of the development of capital and also of the was implemented by the government, and also boosting exports, creating development institutions that we didn't have before, this managed to help drive the Polish exports in some of the markets that were unavailable. And it's also the good and sound policies that manages to bring the better of the businesses and increasing their value so that they're more advantageous in terms of doing exports and also producing goods for the European market. So I would say that this is the strategy, this is the currency, and this is also the stage of development of the Polish capitalism.
Yeah, well, at the moment, the Polish economy is to a large extent provider of the components to German, French companies. When we can expect that we will have our own entities that will export worldwide?
Well, it's actually, we're at the brink of a point like that. So the Polish companies are actually exporting parts, meaning, for example, car batteries or also buses. And take, for example, the buses part. EV buses produced in Poland constitute half of exports in the European Union. So we're actually the dominating force in this micro market. In the European Union, and this means that in the future, probably with this advantage of MAN, Volvo, the Polish made but now Spanish-owned Solaris, makes it easier for these companies to be dominating on also different markets than the Polish one. So Polish produced buses are probably going to go around the world pretty soon. And this is one of the spheres where the companies, and this is the speciality of the Polish market, comes into place. So in probably 3-4 years, we're going to see more companies being spin-offs of the larger investments and larger technological, for example, the software houses that we don't like, because they're producing just simple codes for international corporations. Corporations create a lot of experience for the engineers and programmers employed in those places. And this culture of IT high value as an EV creation constitutes a true advantage for creating a spin-off company that then can in some time be truly Polish and then go on different European markets. At the current stage of development, it's quite easy to see something like that happening. Sorry for the cat.
Okay, so it looks pretty good, and you said that this trend is going to stay here, so we only wait for 2021 and expecting better results even than this one. And well, we have also great cuts in Poland, as you can see.
Yeah. Yes, we do. So yeah, this trend is here to stay. We might expect that for the next couple of years we're going to be increasing the value of the surplus in terms of trade in the next years. And the most important issue for me is that the services is going to be the main driver of the trade balance. More and more services, high tech and IT, which also saw an increase of consumption in 2020, are going to be produced in Poland. And there are more advantages to our market in comparison to other European countries. And this is not price. It's the volume of and the nominal value of engineers and programmers that we have, the competences that those people have, and not the wages. They are quite competitive. They are not competitive in terms of wages. So Polish engineers don't earn that much less than in Western Europe. And it means that the quality of the produce that they create is just greater. And this probably is going to be something which is going to drive the Polish economy in the next 7-8 years to have a better economic output.
Piotr Arak, Polish Economical Institute, was our guest, sir. Thank you very much for this. This is optimistic outlook, so we love it.
Thank you very much.
That's it for Poland Daily Business. We'll be back tomorrow, same time.